All right, so at the end of the last video, we were in the midst of 10C, trying to find the Fn. So we had done Fn was going up, Fg was going down, Fy was going up. So Fn minus Fg plus Fy, take the Fg and the Fy over, and now fill in your numbers. They gave us Fg, it was 500 newtons. We found Fy earlier, it was minus 25 newtons. And when you subtract, you get 475. If you're wondering how come I already have some of this written here, I may have already done this and then discovered I hadn't hit the start button. All right, and now we go to part D, which says what is the frictional force. So we have our friction, FFR, and we have our Fn, so we can find mu. So FFR equals mu Fn, divide by Fn. So 43.301 newtons on the top, 475 newtons on the bottom. And when you do the math, you get 0.9116 for the coefficient. Okay, so that's number 10. Number 11, this was where I discovered I hadn't pressed play, record. Number 11 says a trunk weighing 3,000 newtons. So again, I'm giving you the Fg. It is 3,000 newtons. Is being pushed across a level floor with a constant speed. So constant speed means Ax is 0 again. Constant speed by a force of 500 newtons that acts downward. So our force this time is going this way. And it says it's 500 newtons. And it says it's acting downward at an angle of 20 degrees. So draw in your X, draw in your Y. And the 20 degrees is always here where the force begins. We also have an Fn going up and a friction opposing motion. What is the force of friction? So I would suggest, again, find your Fx and Fy before you do anything else. X is the adjacent side, so cosine of 20 is equal to Fx over F, which was 500 newtons. So Fx is equal to 500 newtons cos of 20. Which is not going to be a really pretty number because 20 is not as nice as 30 when you take sine and cos. So 469.846 newtons. And then do sine to get your y. So sine of 20 is equal to Fy over 500 newtons. Fy is equal to 500 newtons sine of 20. And you will get an Fy of 171.01 newtons, okay? So you have your Y, you have your X. And now let's go back and see what the question says. What is the force of friction acting on the bottom? So we're going to go to some of the forces in the X direction. And some of the forces in the X direction is going to equal 0 because it told us constant speed, which means we have Fx going forward and friction going backward. And so Fx is just going to be equal to friction is going to be equal to the 469.846 newtons we just found a minute ago. Okay? What is the normal force? So now we need to go in the y direction. So sum of the forces in the y is equal to MAY, also not moving in the y. Fn is going up. Fg is going down, it'll be a negative, and Fy is also going down, so it will also be a negative. Always solving for Fn, so take the other two over, and it becomes Fg plus Fy. They gave us in the question Fg, it was 3,000 newtons. We found Fy above, 1,701.01 newtons. Add these together and get 3,171.01 newtons, the answer to part B. And part C wants to know what is the coefficient of friction. So FFR is equal to mu Fn. So mu is equal to friction over Fn. So mu is equal to 469.846 newtons divided by 3,171.01 newtons, and you should get a mu of 0.15. I didn't write down the rest of the digits, I don't think. Oh, yes, I did. 1482. 1482. Okay, so there were your four for practice for yesterday.